It's Sega. It's this. Look at how small that is. Look at how small this is. Hi everybody. Video games are very tiny today. I'm Crep, and I'm playing Sonic the Hedgehog 1 Dick Move Prevention Edition. Everything is so small. Okay, so here's the deal. There's this guy in the Sonic hacking community named Marky Jester who's done a lot of really interesting stuff. Several kind of experimental variations on Sonic 1. I think there's like 4 of them. A couple of which changed the gameplay, a couple of which just massively changed the visuals so much that it effectively changes the gameplay. As well as some other significant hacks like Sonic 1 The Next Level, you may have heard of. It won a hacking contest once. God, everything's so small. And so he just put this out a few days ago at the time of recording this, and it's just really silly. The conceit of this hack is zooming out so that players who complain about not being able to see enemies and obstacles coming up in time when playing classic Sonic games on Sega Genesis will have an easier time because they will be able to see perfectly fine. They can see way far in front of them. It's amazing, in fact. It's revolutionary. Check it out. Everything's so small. God. And, you know, it's a fun joke, but I just think it's really interesting from a programming and design perspective. There are plenty of games out there, 2D platformers, that have cameras like this, where everything is very small proportionally, and you can see really far out, and usually it feels really weird. Like, I don't know, take like Jazz Jackrabbit 2. That game feels really weird to me for how zoomed out it is, but this feels fine. And that makes me wonder how much of my issue with games like those, platformers like those, has to do more with the camera motions than with the proportion that everything is on screen. I mean, I feel that way about, like, Super Mario Bros. X, also. I kinda got over it in doing the LP of a Super Mario Bros. X thing, but it's still really weird. I think part of it is a lot of those games tend to have very static cameras. Even when you jump up, like, there's a slight delay before the camera follows Sonic when he jumps up, and that allows him to feel like he's moving up relative to the screen just a little bit when he jumps. And a lot of 2D platformers with zoomed out cameras like this will have it be very static and will perfectly move with the motions of your character, and it feels really strange. Anyway, this is really interesting and cool. This is not the full game of Sonic 1. This is just Green Hill Zone. I'm not going to replay all of Sonic 1 anyway after I just played it, but I thought this was really interesting and I wanted to share it. Part of the reason this is only Green Hill Zone is because either this takes up more data, probably having to do with chunks of level, because levels in the original Genesis Sonic games were made out of chunks of terrain that were then arranged in specific ways. That's why sometimes it'll feel like you've seen the exact little bit of level design before in a later part of a level, because it literally is the exact same chunk of terrain. That might have something to do with it, because I'm pretty sure this is not some crazy hardware trick that involves actually scaling graphics down and stuff. I mean, maybe it is, but I don't think so. But more than that, this is just a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work. These are things that Marky Jester said himself about this little hack. It took a lot of work just to make this happen, and yeah. Just notice it still plays the gameplay demo at the title screen. I bet Marky had the foresight to stop the attract mode of this game from playing the demos for like Marble Zone and the special stage, but I'm curious if he did. We're gonna find out in a moment, especially because I'm not talking. I'm not done talking. I am talking right now. I'm talking so much. My god, I can't stop talking. I also wanted to drop that, while I do think this joke is pretty funny, I do think there's still a lot of validity to the issue of not being able to see stuff coming in the Genesis Classic Sonic games, which is why I love Sonic Mania being in widescreen at the exact same graphical resolution. Yeah, okay. He got rid of all the other demos. He's a smart man. He knows what he's doing. I don't get to have egg on his face tonight. And I also feel like making fun of that perspective, that opinion, that grievance with classic Sonic games, or even like the modern 2D Sonic games, like the Rush games and the Advance games, making fun of that grievance is just a little bit unself-aware. It kind of ties into the fact that nowadays there's a lot of weird elitism from people who adore classic Sonic games, and it's just weird. A lot of people don't think these games are fallible at all, and I don't relate to them even a little bit. It's really strange. So, I think this is funny, but only sort of funny. I'm glad that it exists, though, and if anyone ever expanded this out to a full massive view window version of Sonic 1 or Sonic 2 or Sonic 3, that would be really funny and I would play it. Anyway, thanks, bye.